the night at Trump Tower in Midtown at his residence and is expected to depart there within the hour.
Eyewitness News reporter Janice Yu is there, and she has more. Janice? Yeah, hi there, guys. As you can imagine, security has been tight. Yesterday into overnight, we saw about a dozen officers here overnight when we got here at about 4 a.m. But as we get closer to that departure time, there is going to be even more security as Donald Trump makes his way out of Trump Tower and heads down to Lower Manhattan. A stern warning from Mayor Eric Adams ahead of the historic arraignment of former President Donald Trump.
New York City is our home, not a playground for your misplaced anger.
Reminding protesters to exercise their rights peacefully, even calling out one Georgia congresswoman, a staunch supporter of Trump, who came to New York City to protest outside the courthouse.
People like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who is known to spread misinformation and hate speech. She stated she's coming to town. While you're in town, be on your best behavior.
But should people choose to misbehave, authorities say the NYPD will respond quickly and accordingly. The department is also working with the Secret Service during the former president's time in Manhattan.
I won't go into how many numbers of police officers will be on the street, but we will have enough to facilitate mobile units if we need to respond to anything.
NYPD detectives investigated 100 threats on social media, about 60 directed at the Manhattan DA, Alvin Bragg. But experts say it's not likely there will be mass organized protest or anything like January 6th.
What we haven't seen is two critical things. One, a groundswell of people heading here to come in large numbers. And that has included everything from monitoring hotel reservations and all that to see if there is like a huge amount of people coming in for this particular date, not seeing that. The other thing we haven't seen, and this should be acknowledged, is we haven't heard Donald Trump say, I want my people to be here on this date at this place.
Meanwhile, outside Trump Tower, more than a dozen officers kept watch overnight and into the morning in anticipation of Trump's departure from his namesake. He'll be escorted by Secret Service to a heavily secured courthouse in Lower Manhattan and to the 15th floor, which will be clear of any other proceedings during his arraignment. A major security operation from the beginning to the end of his 4-mile route.
So as of now, when it comes to road closures, we're seeing the same thing we saw yesterday, which is 56 between 6th and Madison is closed to traffic. But authorities say those road closures will be on a rolling basis, especially once the former president leaves Trump Tower and heads down to Lower Manhattan. So expect delays as well.
Janice, what about pedestrian traffic? Can people get in and out of buildings in that area?
So I'm going to have our photographer kind of show you what it looks like right behind where all the media is set up. I mean, we have seen a sea of people walking through. And if you know Fifth Avenue, I mean, you know this is already a very well-traveled area. But the last 2 days, it has been absolutely packed. At one point, NYPD had to block off a part of the sidewalk because there were just so many people. But again, a lot of people are here kind of just curious as to what we're up to. They want to see if they can get a glimpse of the former president as well. So definitely foot traffic, vehicle traffic, all very tough in the area around Trump Tower.